Stop Bullying Now Foundation defines bullying as physical, verbal, or psychological attacks or intimidation against a person who cannot properly defend himself or herself. It includes two key components: one, repeated harmful acts, and two, imbalance of power. Bullying in schools has grown tremendous and became more of an issue in the United States over the past several years. To open this informative speech, I would like to start by sharing some statistics conducted by the Stop Bullying Now Foundation. 1 out of 4 students will be abused by another youth while in school. 60% of middle school students say that they have been bullied, and 20% of high school students have said they have seriously considered suicide within the past 12 months from a recent type of bullying. 160,000 students stay home every day due to bullying. 20% of all children say they have been bullied. A bully is 6 times more likely to be incarcerated by the age of 25 and 5 times more likely to have a serious criminal record when he or she grows up. Whether it's over the internet, using words, or either using actions, bullying can be presented in different forms and can cause problems among people. Who knew that bullying comes in different forms? There are many different types that are happening in schools everywhere in today's society. It happens throughout schools all over the world, although some people have tendency to take action and word for bullying, but with most of today's society, this is surely not the case. People need to be informed to be able to determine if it is bullying and what type it actually is. 77% of students are bullied mentally, verbally, or physically. Cyberbullying statistics have been increasing quickly while approaching comparable numbers. Because I see a lot of fully engaged and concerned members in the audience, I assume these statistics have caught everyone's eye and attention. This leads me to my first main point and the most common type of bullying, which is cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is one of the most common types of bullying today, although there are 2 different types. According to Sherry Gordon, cyberbullying is when a tween or teen harasses another tween or teen over the internet, technology, or through social media. This is becoming common in today's schools because it is easy for someone to harass another person without getting caught. This can cause the victim to have low self-esteem, anger, dissatisfaction with their life, and many other things can, in time, lead to self-harm, depression, and health-related issues. The other type of cyberbullying is cyber stalking or cyber harassment. This bullying is between 2 adults over technology, social media, and the internet. This can have the same causes as cyberbullying between tweens and teens. Adults tend to use words to bully people rather than the internet because they weren't born in the technology age that most tweens and teens were born into. This leads me to my second type of bullying, which is verbal bullying. Verbal bullying can tear a person's self-esteem down. Words can be powerful things. Everyone has heard the saying, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me." But this is surely entirely not the case. It uses statements, name-calling, and any other words that will hurt another person. Verbal bullies are relentless in their efforts to tear a person down and will use any and every word possible. Their targets are usually people who are different from others in looks and in how they act or dress. They will even sometimes target people who have disabilities and kids with special needs. It is hard to identify a verbal bully because it is always he said or she said, or either my word against yours, which can make it difficult to sort the situation out. They will try to tell the target to just ignore it, but that is a very difficult thing to do. Verbal bullying can lead to deep emotional scars that will show up later in life and multiple insecurities that can stick with a person. Verbal bullying can tear a person up mentally, but this next type of bullying can tear a person up physically. This leads me to my last type of bullying, which is physical bullying. Physical bullying is one of the most obvious forms of bullying. Physical bullying uses actions and physical attacks where one kid tries to gain power over another kid. Studies believe reason that someone physically bullies another kid is to build up their confidence, or either because they come from an abusive family. The bully is usually someone who is much bigger than the target. They use slapping, kicking, punching, and different forms of physical abuse to gain control over the victim. This can cause the target to have serious injuries and many other mental and health issues that are just tragic for kids that young to go through. It receives more attention from the adults because it is harmful to the children. The effects of bullying can have significant impact on both child and teenage students. Victims of bullying often suffer from anxiety, fear, withdrawal, low self-esteem, and poor concentration. These victims will often avoid school, have lower grades, and become socially isolated. Suicide is a big effect of someone who has been bullied, and this should be taken very seriously. All types of bullying are bad, whether it is cyber, verbal, or physical. Everyone needs to know what they are, or the different types of bullying. That way it will be easier to find a solution to the problem. It is an issue that needs to be solved, and knowing the different types will allow a person to help someone who has been a victim of bullying. No one should have to go through these things at such a young age, and that is why I believe it is a pressing issue in today's society.